Dr. Zethkara stood in his lab aboard the massive ship called Infinite Inquiry. The alien scientist had gray skin and forearms. His large black eyes stared at the metal table in front of him. On the table lay a creature from the third planet of a yellow star system. The humans called their world Earth. The creature was huge. It measured 20 feet from nose to tail. Its skin was dark gray on top and white underneath. Rows of sharp teeth filled its mouth. The humans called it a great white shark. Zeth single quotes Kara picked up his scanning device. The Vorthik Collective had found this new world 3 months ago. There, ships watched from far away. They saw a planet covered mostly in water. Strange creatures lived in that water. The collective wanted to study them. Another primitive life form, Zethkara said to his assistant. Look at this simple brain structure. But as he began his work, something felt wrong. The scanner showed unusual readings. This creature's brain was not simple at all. The neural pathways were complex. Very complex. Zethkara made his first cut. Inside the shark's head, he found something that made him freeze. The brain tissue showed signs of artificial enhancement. Someone had changed this creature. Someone had made it smarter. His 4 hands shook as he took samples. Under his microscope, the cells told a story. This shark had been modified with technology. Not Vorthik technology, something else entirely. Impossible, he whispered. The collective scouts said Earth had only primitive beings, no advanced technology, no space travel, just creatures that swam and crawled and flew. Zethkara cut deeper. Inside the shark's head, he found a small device. It was no bigger than his thumb. The device had wires that connected to the brain. When he scanned it, his equipment went crazy. The device was still working. Far away on Earth, Captain Jake Morrison stood on the deck of his ship. The USS Leviathan was the pride of the American Navy. Jake was a big man with brown hair and calm blue eyes. He had fought in many battles, but never anything like this. His radio crackled to life. Captain Morrison, this is Dr. Lisa Carter. We have a problem. Lisa was a marine biologist. She studied ocean life near the Farallon Islands off California. Her work was secret. The military paid her to make sea creatures smarter. They wanted living spies that could swim anywhere. What kind of problem, Doc? Jake asked. 3 of our enhanced great whites are missing. They disappeared 2 days ago. The tracking ships went dead at the same time. Jake felt his stomach drop. The enhanced sharks were part of Operation Deep Watch. The military had put computer chips in their brains. The chips made the sharks follow orders. They could spy on enemy submarines. They could plant listening devices. They could even carry explosives. How many people know about this project? Jake asked. Just our team and some generals. Why? Jake looked up at the sky. 3 strange objects hung in the clouds above Earth. They had appeared a week ago. The government said they were weather balloons. But Jake knew better. Those were alien ships. Doc, I think our sharks might have been taken. Back on the Infinite Inquiry, Zethkara called his commander. Grand Admiral Kethmer appeared on the communication screen. The admiral was older than Zethkara. His gray skin had darker spots. His black eyes showed anger. What do you want, scientist? Kethmer asked. Sir, this specimen is not what we thought. The humans have been changing their sea creatures, making them into weapons. Kethmer's face grew darker. Weapons? You said these beings were primitive. I was wrong, sir. Look at this data. Zethkara sent his findings to the admiral's ship. The information showed enhanced brain tissue, modified DNA, technology that rivaled Vorthik science. This changes everything, Kethmer said. If the humans can make weapons from their ocean life, they are more dangerous than we thought. Zethkara continued his examination. The shark's muscles had been changed too. They were stronger than normal. Its senses were sharper. Someone had turned this hunter into a perfect killing machine. Sir, there is more. I found human communication signals. They are looking for missing specimens. They know we took their creatures. Kethmer stood up on his command bridge. Around him, other Vorthic officers worked at glowing control panels. Their ship was 10 miles long and bristled with weapons. How many of these enhanced creatures do the humans have? The admiral asked. Unknown, sir. But if they can modify sharks like this, they might have modified other species too. Whales, dolphins, octopi. The entire ocean could be their weapon. On Earth, Jake Morrison gathered his officers in the ship's war room. The men and women around the table looked worried. They had all heard the reports. Strange lights in the sky. Missing sea life. Communication signals from space. Gentlemen, ladies, we have a situation, Jake said. 3 of our enhanced sharks have been taken by unknown forces. We believe those forces are not from Earth. Commander Amy Foster raised her hand. She was Jake's second in command. Sir, are you saying aliens stole our sharks? That's exactly what I'm saying. And if they're studying those sharks, they're learning about our capabilities. Dr. Lisa Carter spoke from the communication screen. She was calling from her research station. Captain, I've been monitoring ocean wildlife. Other species are disappearing. 2 whales, dolphins. Something is taking them from deep water. Jake felt a chill run down his spine. If aliens were collecting Earth's sea life, they might be planning an invasion. The ocean covered most of the planet. It held most of Earth's life. Doc, can you track any of the missing animals? I'm trying, but their signals are being blocked. Something is jamming our equipment. Zethkara made another discovery that shocked him. Inside the shark's bloodstream, he found microscopic machines. They were smaller than cells. They carried information throughout the creature's body. They could repair damage. They could change the shark's behavior. Admiral, he called, the humans have nanotechnology. These creatures are more than enhanced. They are living computers. Kethmer felt fear for the first time in decades. The Vorthic collective ruled 1,000 worlds. They had never found a species that could match their biotechnology. Until now. Scientists, pack up your samples. We are leaving this system immediately. Sir, shouldn't we study them more? No. We need to report this to the collective. The humans are not primitive. They are a threat. And threats must be eliminated before they grow stronger. As the Infinite Inquiry prepared to leave Earth's orbit, Zethkara took one last look at the great white shark. He had learned much from dissecting it, but he had also made a terrible mistake. He had started a war between 2 species. A war that would be fought in Earth's deepest oceans. A war that would change the galaxy forever. The shark's dead eyes seemed to stare at him, as if it knew what was coming. Admiral Frank Hayes stood on the bridge of the USS Constitution. The massive aircraft carrier was America's newest warship. Frank was 50 years old with gray hair and sharp green eyes. He had spent 30 years in the Navy, but nothing had prepared him for this day. 3 alien ships hung in the sky above Earth. They were bigger than any human ship. Their metal hulls gleamed silver in the sunlight. They had been silent for 3 days. Then this morning, they started talking. Admiral Hayes, his communication officer, called. The aliens are sending another message. Frank walked to the radio. Console, the alien voice spoke in broken English. Their translation machines were not perfect. Human leader Hayes, we are Vorthic Collective. We demand meeting. You have dangerous weapons in your water ocean. Explain or face consequences. Frank picked up the microphone. This was humanity's first contact with aliens. He had to be careful with his words. This is Admiral Hayes of the United States Navy. We are willing to meet and discuss your concerns peacefully. The alien voice replied quickly. You will bring. Scientist who makes weapon creatures. We want answers about enhanced sea life. Frank looked at Dr. Lisa Carter. She had arrived on the Constitution that morning. Lisa was 35 years old, with blonde hair and worried blue eyes. She knew more about enhanced marine life than anyone else on Earth. I don't know if this is a good idea, Lisa whispered. They already took our sharks. What if they take me too? We need to try diplomacy first, Frank said. Maybe we can avoid a fight. 2 hours later, Frank and Lisa rode in a small shuttle toward the alien mothership. The Vorthik vessel was enormous. It stretched for miles across the sky. Weapons covered its surface like deadly flowers. Inside the alien ship, the air felt thick and warm. Strange lights cast purple shadows on the metal walls. Frank and Lisa followed alien guards down long corridors. The Vorthik walked on 4 legs. Their gray skin looked like leather. Their black eyes never blinked. They entered a huge room. In the center stood a tall alien with darker skin than the others. Gold symbols covered his uniform. This was Grand Admiral Kethmer. Humans, the alien leader said. His voice came through a floating translation device. You have deceived us. Your world is not primitive. You make weapons from sea creatures. Frank stepped forward. Admiral Kethmer, we come in peace. We want to understand why you're here. We are here to collect specimens. Your ocean holds valuable life forms. But now we discover they are weapons. Enhanced, modified, dangerous. Dr. Lisa Carter spoke up. The enhanced animals are for research only. We study marine life to protect our oceans. Kethmer's black eyes focused on her. You lie, human scientist. We examined your shark. It carried explosives. It had weapons. Inside its brain. That was just one experiment, Lisa said. Most of our research is peaceful. The alien admiral did not believe her. He activated a holographic display. Images of Earth's oceans appeared in the air. Red dots marked locations where sea life had disappeared. We have taken many specimens, Kethmer said. Whales with communication devices. Dolphins with metal. Implants. Octopi with enhanced intelligence. Your entire ocean is a weapon. Frank felt his anger rising. Those are our animals. You had no right to take them, right? Kethmer laughed. It was a harsh sound. We are the Vorthik Collective. We rule 1,000 worlds. We take what we need for science. Not from Earth, Frank said firmly. Return our marine life immediately. The alien's skin darkened with rage. You dare make demands? Your species has existed for mere moments. We have traveled the stars for millions of years. Lisa tried to calm the situation. Please, let's find a peaceful solution. We can share our research, learn from each other. But Kethmer was done talking. He spoke to his guards in the Vorthik language. They moved closer to Frank and Lisa. Their weapons began to glow. You will surrender all enhanced creatures to us, the Admiral commanded. You will also give us access to your modification technology. Refuse, and we will take them by force. Frank stood straighter. We will not surrender anything to you. Earth's oceans are under our protection. Then you have chosen war. Alarms began sounding throughout the alien ship. Frank and Lisa were escorted back to their shuttle. As they flew toward Earth, they saw something terrible. More alien ships were appearing in the sky. Dozens of them dot back on the Constitution. Frank called an emergency meeting. Military leaders from around the world appeared on video screens. Everyone looked scared. The aliens have rejected our peace offer, Frank announced. They want our enhanced marine life and our biotechnology. They're willing to fight for it. General Pete Rodriguez from the Pentagon spoke first. How many ships? Do they have? 50 so far. More are arriving every hour. What are their capabilities? Frank looked at his intelligence reports. Energy weapons, force shields, technology far beyond anything we have. On another screen, Captain Jake Morrison spoke from the USS Leviathan. Admiral, we're detecting alien activity near the Farallon Islands. They're deploying some kind of harvesting equipment. Dr. Lisa Carter checked her marine life monitors. The readings were terrible. They're taking everything. Fish, whales, dolphins, sharks. They're emptying the ocean. Frank made a decision that would change history. All units, this is Admiral Hayes. As of this moment, we are at war with the Vorthic Collective. Protect our waters at all costs. The first shots were fired an hour later. Human fighter jets attacked alien harvesters near San Francisco. The jets fired missiles and bullets. The weapons bounced off alien force shields like raindrops. The aliens fired back with energy beams. 3 jets exploded in balls of fire. The pilots never had a chance. At Point Reyes Marine Station, Dr. Carter watched her life's work disappear. Alien machines sucked up marine life like giant vacuum cleaners. Whales, dolphins, and sea turtles vanished into metal tubes. They're killing everything, she cried into her radio. The entire ecosystem is collapsing. Tony Rodriguez was Lisa's research assistant. He was 28 years old and loved marine life more than anything. He jumped into a small boat and raced toward the alien harvesters. Tony, come back. Lisa shouted. It's too dangerous. But Tony would not listen. He had spent years training dolphins and whales. He could not watch them die. He drove his boat straight at the nearest alien machine. The harvester was as big as a building. It floated on the water's surface, pulling up sea life through massive tubes. Tony threw homemade explosives at its hull. The small bombs barely scratched. The alien metal dot, an energy beam, lanced down from the sky. It hit Tony's boat directly. The explosion could be seen for miles. Tony Rodriguez died trying to save the creatures he loved. Lisa Carter screamed as she watched her assistant die. The war had claimed its first human victim. But it would not be the last. Admiral Hayes received reports from around the world. Alien harvesters were attacking near Australia, Japan, Norway, and Chile. Human naval forces fought back with everything they had: torpedoes, missiles, and naval guns. Nothing worked. The alien shields stopped every attack. Sir, his tactical officer reported, we've lost contact with the Pacific Fleet. The aliens are jamming all communications. Frank stared at the tactical display. Red symbols showed alien ships spreading across Earth's oceans. Blue symbols showed human forces. There were far more red than blue. How long before they control all our waters? He asked. At this rate, less than a week. Frank felt the weight of command crushing down on him. Humanity was losing badly. Their weapons were useless. Their technology was primitive compared to the aliens. But Frank had one advantage the aliens did not know about. Earth's oceans were not just water and fish. They were humanity's oldest battlefield. For thousands of years, human sailors had learned to use the sea itself as a weapon. Maybe it was time to teach the aliens about naval warfare. Get me Captain Morrison, Frank ordered. We're going to try something different. The war was just beginning, and humanity was about to discover that. Sometimes the best way to fight an advanced enemy was to drag them down to your level. Commander Kelly Price stood in the command center of the USS Blackfish. The submarine was 200 feet underwater in the Pacific Ocean. Kelly was 32 years old with red hair and fierce brown eyes. She was the best submarine commander. In the Navy dot above her, alien harvesters continued stealing Earth's marine life. Their energy weapons could not reach her submarine. The water blocked their signals. For the first time since the war started, humans had an advantage. Captain Morrison on secure line. Her communication officer announced. Kelly picked up the underwater phone. Jake Morrison's voice came through clearly. Kelly, we need a new strategy. Our surface ships are getting destroyed. I know, sir. But down here, the aliens can't touch us. That's what I was thinking. Admiral Hayes wants you to develop underwater tactics. Fight them where they're weak. Kelly smiled for the first time in days. Now you're talking my language. Dr. Lisa Carter joined the conversation from her research station. Most of her equipment was destroyed, but she still had some enhanced marine life left. 3 dolphins and 5 sharks had escaped the alien harvesters. Kelly, I have an idea, Lisa said. What if we use the enhanced animals as weapons? The aliens' shields work in air and space, but underwater might be different. Kelly studied her sonar displays. Several alien ships had followed human vessels below the surface. They were clumsy underwater. Their movements were slow and awkward. Doc, can your enhanced animals carry explosives? Yes, the dolphins are trained for that. The sharks can carry larger payloads. Perfect. Jake, we're going to need every submarine we have, and all the enhanced sea life Dr. Carter can spare. Within 6 hours, humanity's new battle plan was ready. Submarines from America, Britain, Russia, and Japan gathered in the deep ocean. Each sub carried explosive charges and enhanced marine animals. The first test came near Hawaii. A Vorthik harvester was stripping the coral reefs. Its shields glowed blue as it worked. Captain Ben Turner commanded the submarine USS Swordfish. He launched the first attack. Charlie and Delta, go. Ben ordered. 2 enhanced dolphins swam toward the alien ship. They carried magnetic mines on their backs. The dolphins had been trained to attach explosives to enemy vessels. The alien sensors detected the dolphins. Energy. Beams fired down from the harvester, but the water scattered the beams. The dolphins reached the ship's hull safely. They attached their mines and swam away. The explosions rocked the alien vessel. Its shields flickered and died. The harvester began sinking into the deep ocean. It worked. Ben shouted into his radio. The shields don't work underwater. Word spread quickly through the human fleet. Every submarine commander began planning attacks. But the aliens were learning too. Grand Admiral Kethmer stood on his flagships. Bridge. The loss of 3 harvesters had shocked him. These primitive humans were more clever than he thought. Send hunter-killers into the deep water, he ordered. Find their underwater vessels and destroy them. Vorthik combat ships dove beneath the waves. They were designed for space combat, but they could operate underwater. Their weapons charged. As they searched for human submarines. Kelly Price watched the aliens approach on her sonar. 5 enemy ships were heading straight for her position. They moved in a tight formation, like fish in a school. That's their first mistake, she told. Her crew. They're fighting like they're still in space. Kelly had been born near the ocean. She understood how water worked. Sound traveled differently underwater. Pressure changed with depth. Temperature affected everything. Take us down to 800 feet, she ordered. All stop. Silent running. The Blackfish sank into the cold depths. Kelly shut down all non-essential systems. The submarine became a ghost in the dark water. The alien ships passed overhead. Their sensors could not detect the motionless submarine. Kelly waited until they were past her position. Fire tubes 1 through 4. 4 torpedoes launched from the Blackfish. They swam through the water like metal sharks. The aliens detected them at the last second. Their energy weapons fired wildly, but torpedoes were designed to work underwater. The alien beams barely slowed them down. All 4 torpedoes hit their targets. 3 alien ships exploded in balls of fire and steam. The 4th one was badly damaged. Its hull was cracked. Water poured inside. "That's for Tony Rodriguez," Kelly whispered. The battle spread across Earth's oceans. Human submarines attacked alien harvesters and escort ships. Enhanced dolphins carried explosives. Modified sharks rammed enemy vessels with explosive charges. Strapped to their bodies, Dr. Lisa Carter coordinated the enhanced animal attacks from her floating command center. She had worked with these creatures for years. They trusted her completely. Shamu team, target the big harvester near Monterey Bay. She radioed to a group of enhanced whales. The whales were 60 feet long and weighed 90 tons each. Lisa had given them sonar implants that could detect alien ships from miles away. They also carried special explosive charges designed to crack heavy armor. The whales swam deep and fast. Their powerful tails drove them through the water like living torpedoes. The alien harvester never saw them coming. The impact shook the sea floor. The harvester split in half and sank into the abyss. Thousands of captured fish swam free from its storage tanks. But the aliens were adapting too. Grand Admiral Kethner deployed depth charges and underwater mines. He sent his ships deeper, where the pressure would crush human submarines. The war's biggest battle happened in the Mariana Trench. This was the deepest part of Earth's ocean. 7 miles down, where the pressure could crush steel like paper. Captain Morrison led a fleet of 12 submarines into the trench. Enhanced sea life swam beside them. Dolphins with sonar sensors. Sharks with explosive charges. Giant squids with cutting tools attached to their tentacles. "This is it," Morrison told his captains. "The aliens have retreated to the deepest water. We follow them down or lose the war." The human submarines dove deeper than they had ever gone before. Their hulls groaned under the immense pressure. Some of the older subs began leaking. At 6 miles down, they found the alien fleet. 20 Vorthix ships hiding in an underwater canyon. The aliens thought they were safe in the crushing depths. "All units attack pattern Delta," Morrison ordered. The battle was like nothing ever seen before. Submarines fired torpedoes through pitch-black water. Enhanced marine life attacked alien ships from all directions. Energy beams lit up the deep ocean like underwater lightning. Morrison's submarine, the USS Leviathan, engaged the largest alien ship. It was twice the size of any human vessel. Its weapons could vaporize a submarine with one shot. "Launch enhanced." "Sharks, full spread," Morrison commanded. 6 great white sharks swam toward the alien battleship. Each shark carried enough explosives to sink a destroyer. The aliens fired desperately, but the sharks were too fast and agile. The explosions came one after another. The alien ship's hull cracked and split. Water rushed inside, crushing the alien crew, but victory came at a price. 3 human submarines were destroyed in the battle. 47 sailors died in the crushing depths. Many enhanced animals gave their lives to protect Earth. When the smoke cleared, humanity had won its first major victory. The alien fleet in the Mariana Trench was destroyed. But everyone knew this was just the beginning. "Admiral Hayes, this is Morrison," Jake radioed to the surface. "The deep water is ours, but we've got bigger problems." "What kind of problems?" "Long-range sensors show more alien ships arriving. Hundreds of them. This was just their advance force." Admiral Hayes felt his stomach drop. If this was just the beginning, how many alien ships were coming? How long could Earth submarines and enhanced sea life hold out? "How long do we have?" he asked. "Maybe 2 weeks. Then the real invasion begins." Kelly Price surfaced her submarine near the California coast. Her crew was exhausted, but victorious. They had proven that aliens could be beaten underwater. But the war was far from over. As she looked up at the stars, Kelly saw more alien ships arriving. They filled the sky like silver clouds. Earth's oceans were about to become the galaxy's biggest battlefield. "All hands," she announced to her crew. "Prepare for extended operations. We're going to be down there for a long time." The deep war was just beginning. Grand Admiral Kethmer stared at the blue planet below his massive fleet. 200 Vorthic warships hung in Earth's orbit like deadly stars. Each ship was miles long and bristled with weapons that could destroy cities. The Admiral's skin had turned dark purple with rage. These primitive humans had embarrassed him. They had sunk his ships with submarines and sea creatures. No species had ever humiliated the Vorthic collective like this. "Status report," he commanded his bridge officers. "Sir, we have lost 37 ships to human underwater attacks. Their submarines are faster than expected. Their enhanced sea life is proving very effective." Kethmer slammed his 4 fists on the command console. "They are animals. How can animals defeat our technology?" His science officer, Dr. Zethkara, spoke carefully. "Sir, I have been studying the human tactics. They do not fight like other species. They use their environment as a weapon. Explain. Other species we have conquered fought us in space, where we are strongest. The humans force us to fight in their oceans, where they have advantages." Kethmer studied the tactical displays. Earth's surface was mostly water. If the humans controlled the oceans, they controlled their world. "Then we will drain their oceans dry," the Admiral decided. "Deploy the gravity weapons." On Earth, Dr. Lisa Carter worked frantically in her floating laboratory. Around her, enhanced dolphins and whales gathered like an underwater army. She had spent months creating more modified sea life. Each creature was smarter and stronger than normal. "Status report on the neural network project," she asked her assistant. Dr. Gary Watson. Gary was a computer expert who helped design the brain implants. "We now have direct communication with over 3,000 enhanced animals. Sharks, dolphins, whales, and even some octopi." "Good. What about the deep-sea species?" "The enhanced giant squids are our best success. They can dive deeper than our submarines and carry massive explosive charges." Lisa looked at her monitors. The screens showed underwater, cameras placed throughout the Pacific Ocean. Alien ships moved in the depths like metal monsters. They were getting bolder, coming closer to shore. "Gary, we need to link all the enhanced animals into one network. Make them fight as a single unit. That's never been tested on this scale. The neural feedback could be dangerous. We don't have a choice. The aliens are planning something big." Lieutenant Commander Alex Turner commanded the submarine USS Hammerhead. His crew was tired after weeks of underwater combat. They had sunk 12 alien ships, but more kept coming. "Sonar contact," his operator called out. "Large alien vessel, bearing 270, range 5,000 yards. Alex looked through his periscope. The alien ship was huge, bigger than an aircraft carrier. Its hull glowed with strange energy patterns. "That's not a warship," his weapons officer said. "Look at those scanning arrays." Alex realized what they were seeing. "It's a command ship. Take us closer, silent approach." The Hammerhead crept through the dark water. Above them, the alien command vessel moved slowly. It was scanning the ocean floor, looking for something. "Sir, I'm picking up human prisoners aboard that ship," the sonar operator whispered. Alex felt his blood run cold. The aliens were taking humans captive. This changed everything. Battle stations. Prepare for boarding action. "Sir, we can't board an alien ship underwater. Watch me." Alex had trained enhanced marine life to help with special operations. 6 modified dolphins swam alongside his submarine. Each dolphin carried cutting tools and small explosive charges. Flipper Team, attack the alien ship's hull. Create an entry point. The dolphins swam upward with deadly grace. Their enhanced brains allowed them to work together perfectly. They attached shaped charges to the alien ship's hull and swam clear. The explosion opened a hole in the alien ships. Side. Water rushed in, but emergency barriers sealed the breach. Alex had created an airlock. Surface the ship inside their hull, he ordered. A hammerhead rose through the hole like a metal whale. The submarine's hull scraped against alien metal as it entered the enemy ship. Alex's crew prepared for combat. They found human prisoners in the alien ship's laboratory section, scientists and sailors who had been captured during earlier battles. Among them was Captain Pete Sullivan from the destroyer USS Porter. "Alex, thank God you found us," Pete said as Alex cut his bonds. "What are they doing to you?" "Studying us. They want to know how we bond with marine life, how we make the animals fight for us." Alex helped the prisoners to his submarine. As they escaped, he planted explosive charges throughout the alien ship. The command vessel exploded just as the hammerhead dove back into the ocean dot, but the rescue mission revealed something terrible. The aliens had learned human secrets. They knew about the enhanced animals. They were developing countermeasures. Admiral Frank Hayes stood in the command center of the USS Constitution. The aircraft carrier had become humanity's floating headquarters. Around him, officers from every nation worked together to coordinate the war. "Report from all sectors," Frank ordered. "Atlantic Fleet reports heavy fighting near the Azores. We've lost 3 submarines, but sunk 7 alien ships." Pacific Theater shows alien forces massing near Japan. They're using some kind of new weapon that disrupts our animal communication. Arctic operations report alien mining activities. They're extracting something from the seafloor. Frank studied the global tactical display. The war had been going on for 6 weeks. Humanity was holding its own underwater, but the aliens kept adapting. "What are they mining in the Arctic?" he asked. Dr. Lisa Carter appeared on the video screen from her laboratory. "Admiral, I think they're collecting rare earth elements, materials they need for their gravity weapons." "Gravity weapons?" "Our satellites detected massive energy buildups in their fleet. If they can manipulate gravity, they could drain our oceans or create artificial tsunamis." Frank felt a chill run down his spine. If the aliens could control gravity, they could end the war quickly. Earth submarines would be helpless if there was no water to hide in. "How long before these weapons are ready?" "Unknown, sir. But we need to stop them before they finish." Commander Kelly Price volunteered for the most dangerous mission of the war. Her submarine, the USS Blackfish, would lead an attack on the alien mining operation in the Arctic Ocean. "This is a suicide mission," Admiral Hayes told her privately. "Maybe, sir, but if we don't stop them, we lose everything." Kelly assembled a strike force of the Navy's best submarines and enhanced marine life. Arctic species were different from warm water animals. The enhanced polar bears could swim underwater for hours. Modified seals could dive deeper than dolphins. Alien mining operation was protected by 50 warships. They had turned the Arctic ice into a fortress of metal and energy shields. "All units, attack formation Alpha." Kelly radioed to her fleet. The battle began with enhanced whales ramming alien mining platforms. Their massive bodies, strengthened with metal implants, smashed through enemy barriers like living battering rams. Submarines fired torpedoes through gaps in the ice. Enhanced seals planted explosives on alien equipment. The mining operation began collapsing under the coordinated assault, but the aliens had prepared a trap. Hidden weapons platforms rose from the seafloor. They fired gravity pulses that crushed 2 submarines like tin cans. Kelly watched her fellow commanders die as their ships imploded. that gravity weapons were working. Soon the aliens would have enough power to drain Earth's oceans. All remaining units ran the main mining platform. She ordered, "Full speed, all weapons." The USS Blackfish dove toward the alien mining rig. Kelly's crew fired every torpedo they had. Enhanced marine life followed them in a desperate charge. The mining platform exploded in a pillar of fire that could be seen. From space, the gravity weapon project was destroyed. But Kelly's submarine was caught in the explosion. The Blackfish sank into the Arctic depths. Kelly and her crew became heroes who saved their world. But the war was far from over. Dr. Zeth Kara made a discovery that changed everything. While studying captured human prisoners, he learned the secret of their bond with marine life. "Admiral," he reported to Kethmer, "the humans do not just control their sea creatures. They communicate with them, share thoughts and emotions." "What does this mean?" "It means their ocean is not just full of animals. It is one giant living network. Every enhanced creature is connected to every other one." Kethmer finally understood why the humans were so effective underwater. They were not just fighting with submarines and sea life. They were fighting as one vast organism. "Can we disrupt this network?" "Yes, sir. I have developed a neural virus. It will spread through their enhanced animals and turn them against each other." As the virus was deployed, something unexpected happened. Dr. Lisa Carter felt the attack. Through her own neural implants, she had connected herself to the enhanced animal network weeks earlier. "Gary!" she screamed as alien code invaded her mind. "They're attacking the network directly." Around the world, enhanced marine life began acting strangely. Dolphins attacked whales. Sharks turned on their human controllers. The underwater army that had protected Earth was destroying itself. But Lisa had one last desperate plan. If the aliens could use a virus to control the network, maybe she could use it too. She began typing frantically at her computer. Admiral Jake Morrison stood on the deck of the USS Leviathan as the final battle began. Above him, the sky was black with alien ships. 200 Vorthik warships hung over the Pacific Ocean like metal storm clouds. On the horizon, more ships kept arriving. The enhanced marine life was fighting itself. Dr. Lisa Carter's neural network had been infected by an alien virus. Dolphins attacked whales. Sharks turned on submarines. Earth's underwater army was destroying itself. "Admiral, we're getting reports from all fleets," his communication officer said. "The enhanced animals are out of control. Some are attacking our own ships." Jake watched a group of modified whales ram into the USS Constitution. The aircraft carrier shook under the impact. These were the same whales that had helped them win earlier battles. "Get me Dr. Carter," Jake ordered. Lisa appeared on the video screen. Her face was pale and sweaty. Blood ran from her nose. The neural virus was attacking her too. "Lisa, can you fix this?" "I'm trying, but the alien code is too strong. It's turning our network against us." She wiped blood from her eyes. "Jake, I have one last idea, but it's very dangerous. Tell me, what if we don't fight the virus? What if we use it?" Jake did not understand. "Use it how?" "The alien virus connects to our network. But that means we can send signals back through it. If I can reverse the data flow, we might be able to attack their ships directly." "What would that do to you?" Lisa looked directly at him. "It would probably kill me. The neural feedback would be massive." Before Jake could answer, his tactical officer shouted a warning. "Sir, the aliens are deploying their planet killer." Through his binoculars, Jake saw something that made his blood freeze. The largest alien ship was opening like a metal flower. Inside was a weapon, the size of a city block. Energy began building around it. "What does that thing do?" Jake asked Dr. Gary, Watson answered from the research station. "According to our scans, it can boil the entire Pacific Ocean, kill every living thing in the water while leaving the land intact." Jake realized this was humanity's last chance. If the aliens fired that weapon, Earth's oceans would become lifeless. SOUP. All the enhanced marine life would die. Human naval forces would be helpless. "Lisa, do it," he ordered. "Reverse the virus." "Jake, there's something else. To make this work, human minds need to join the network too. Someone has to coordinate the entire ocean as one organism." "I'll do it. The neural connection could destroy your brain." Jake looked at his crew. These were good people who had fought bravely for their world. They deserved a chance to win. "Hook me up, Doc." Dr. Carter activated the neural interface equipment. Cables connected Jake's brain to the enhanced marine network. Pain shot through his head as thousands of animal minds touched his thoughts. Suddenly, Jake could feel every creature in the Pacific Ocean. Whales sang in his mind. Sharks prowled through his dreams. Dolphins chattered in languages he somehow understood. The alien virus was like a poison in the water. It made the animals fight each other instead of working together. But Jake could feel something else. The virus was a two-way connection. "Lisa, I can see their network too. The alien ships are all connected. Then send them our gift." Jake focused all his willpower. Through the neural link, he pushed human memories into the alien network. Images of Earth's oceans. The beauty of marine life. The bonds between humans and sea creatures. But he also sent something else. Human determination. The refusal to surrender. The willingness to die for something greater than yourself. On the alien flagship, Dr. Zethkara felt the human memories flooding his mind. He saw Earth's oceans not as resources to be harvested, but as living communities. He felt the love between humans and marine life. "Admiral," he called to Kethmer, "the humans are sending us their thoughts. I can feel what they feel. Ignore it. Fire the planet killer." But Zethkara could not ignore the human emotions. For the first time, he understood that Earth's ocean was not just water and animals. It was a family. And the humans were willing to die to protect their family. Jake Morrison felt his consciousness expanding. He was no longer just one person. He was every enhanced animal in the ocean, every submarine crew, every human who loved the sea. "All units," he said through the neural network. "Final attack. Everything we have." The ocean came alive with purpose. Every enhanced creature moved as one organism. Whales rose from the depths like living mountains. Sharks swam in perfect formation. Dolphins coordinated attacks with mathematical precision. The USS Leviathan led the charge. Jake's submarine fired every torpedo and launched every enhanced animal. Around him, the remains of Earth's Navy followed. Ships that should have been scrapped. Submarines held together with spare parts. Crews that had not slept for days. The enhanced giant squids attacked first. These monsters from the deep ocean were as big as school buses. Lisa had given them explosive charges and cutting tools. They wrapped their tentacles around alien ships and squeezed until the hulls cracked. Modified blue. Whales rammed the alien formation like living torpedoes. Each whale weighed 200 tons and moved at 30 miles per hour. When they hit alien ships, the impacts shook the ocean floor. Thousands of enhanced sharks swarmed around enemy vessels. They carried explosive charges and metal-cutting teeth. Working together, they could tear apart ships 10 times their size. But the aliens fought back desperately. Energy beams turned the ocean into steam. Gravity weapons crushed submarines and sea life alike. The alien planet killer continued charging its massive weapon. Jake felt every death through the neural network. Each lost submarine crew. Each killed animal. The pain was overwhelming, but he held the network together through pure willpower. "Lisa, I can't hold this much longer," he gasped. "Just a few more minutes. The big weapon is almost ready to fire." Then, "We need to stop it now." Jake made the hardest decision of his life. He ordered every remaining enhanced animal to attack the planet killer directly. It was suicide, but it was their only chance. 1,000 creatures swam toward the massive weapon. Whales, sharks, dolphins, and squids all moved as one. The aliens fired everything they had, but there were too many targets. The enhanced animals reached the planet killer just as it was about to fire. Explosive charges detonated along its hull. Cutting tools sliced through power cables. The weapon began to overload. Dr. Zethkara watched the planet killer's destruction and made his choice. He could not watch this slaughter continue. These humans and their sea creatures fought with such courage and love. They deserved to live. He activated the sabotage programs he had hidden in the Vorthic computer systems. One by one, alien ships began shutting down. Their weapons stopped firing. Their shields failed. "What are you doing?" Grand Admiral Kethner demanded. "Ending this war," Zethkara replied. "These humans are not primitive. They are remarkable." The alien fleet began retreating. Without their weapons and shields, they were helpless against human attacks. The planet killer exploded in a pillar of fire that lit up the entire Pacific Ocean. Jake Morrison felt the victory through the neural network. Every human and animal mind shared the moment of triumph. They had saved their world, but the neural feedback was too much for his brain. Jake collapsed on his submarine's deck. Blood ran from his ears and nose. "Jake!" Dr. Carter called through the radio. "Jake, can you hear me?" "I can hear everything," Jake whispered. "The whales singing, the dolphins laughing, the ocean itself." His brain had been permanently changed by the neural interface. He could still feel every enhanced creature in the sea. He had become something new, part human, part marine intelligence. "Is it over?" he asked. "Yes, the aliens are leaving. Earth is safe." Dr. Zethkara stood before the Vorthic Collective's ruling council. The alien leaders wanted to punish him for his betrayal, but he had brought them something more valuable than conquest. "The humans have shown us a new way," he explained. "Instead of taking life from other worlds, we can learn to work with it, partner with it." The council voted to establish Earth as the galaxy's first protected biosphere. No species would be allowed to harvest its marine life. Humans would serve as guardians of their ocean. Years later, Admiral Jake Morrison patrolled Earth's waters in a submarine that was half machine, half living creature. His consciousness flowed between human technology and marine biology. He could speak with whales in their own language and coordinate with dolphins through thought alone. Dr. Lisa Carter established the first interstellar marine research station. Scientists from dozens of worlds came to study Earth's enhanced sea life. Even reformed Vorthic researchers like Dr. Zethkara worked to protect endangered species across the galaxy. The great white shark, whose dissection had started the war, lived on in the genetic memory of the enhanced marine network. Its legacy swam in every modified creature that protected Earth's oceans. And somewhere in the depths of the Pacific, the original neural interface chip continued to pulse with electronic life. It had become part of the ocean itself, a reminder that humanity's greatest strength was not in conquering nature, but in becoming one with it. The galaxy's first naval war had established a new law. Any species that threatened Earth's seas would face not just human technology, but the fury of the ocean itself. The blue planet's waters had become the most dangerous place in the universe for those who came as enemies. But for those who came as friends, Earth's oceans